Hello everyone, Padmaster47 here, and welcome back to the fifth installment of the Bendy and the Ink Machine map tutorial. Let's save this in a playlist real quick. Alright guys, last episode we built the old break room down through here. We also built this little music closet thing in there. And in this episode, we're going to be moving past this hallway, which, by the way, guys, I did. Well, we'll get to that. This hallway, down through the ink machine hallway. In this episode, we will be building the ink machine room itself. This brings up a point I wanted to show you guys. I mapped out the entire rest of the tutorial, being not just the ink machine room, but also the power room, Boris room, all the hallway, the theater. It really does go to show how small of a map it really is for the first chapter. I did not map out the falling section though, so we will get to that. Don't worry. One thing to point out: I am not going to waste you guys' time anymore. We are doing a double upload this week. However, just for this week, we're doing the ink machine room as its own video, all the hallways as their own rooms, and the closets. The theater, well, the power room, the Boris room, and the theater, and this animator hall, all in 4 episodes, all this week, because I'm not going to be around next week to do videos. We are doing 4 uploads this week, which, if we do the math, should get us done with the tutorial in 2 weeks. Well, there's just this chapter 1 tutorial, which is going to be fantastic. But without further ado, let's not get ahead of ourselves and continue where we left off. Alright, so the blocks we are going to be using for this episode. Oh, it's a sniffer egg. Are the oak planks, birch planks, spruce planks, stripped oak, and stripped birch, as well as the spruce fence. Oh, I'm sorry, the oak fence, my bad. Did I not use spruce fence at all? I did until here. And that should be good for the moment. Sorry guys, I am a little stuffy today. Shouldn't take away from how this is gonna go though. Alright, getting on with it. After how long? Oh, we also want some oak planks. You see, we do have quite the expanse of space, but really the most complicated thing is going to be the ink machine itself and the roofing of the building, of the room. So yeah, let's get into it. Alright, so coming out of where the hallway ends, you want to take away this first layer of the roofing, place an oak plank uh, on top of both sides of the fence, and then oak slabs on the top half of the blocks, joining them. Also, that the oak blocks in the corners next to the ones we just placed, you want to get rid of those. Okay. I guess we'll start off with the right side, looking at it. We'll start off with the right side over here. So you want to take out your birch planks. Coming right off the wall, you want to go right by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that fifth one is going to be your corner block. Now this room is very tall. It is probably the tallest room of this chapter's tutorial. It'll be obviously tramped by probably the Heavenly Toys department, the giant ink machine room, probably the Lost One city, but we'll get there. But anyway, real quick, I'm going to count this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. So you want to take your birch logs and extend this up 6 blocks from here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like so. Then on top of that, we do want to place some spruce planks right on top. Why do I keep... Oh, that's why. Okay. And essentially, that's how tall the room is before we put the ceiling on. Okay, turning to your right, we're going to take our birch planks and building right off of what we just did. You want to go to the right by 1, 2, 3, and extend that these 6 blocks up, not 4 blocks, as I have mapped out here. And your spruce right up like that. Alright, so there we have that. Now I'm going to move on to the left side of this little viewing platform. As this is really the only part of this room we do actually get to explore in-game. Moving to the left side, we pretty much want to do the same thing. Just take your birch planks, build 5 to your left. Extend all that to 6 blocks high. There's 4, 5, 6 spruce planks on top. And then the 3 turning to your left, and then the 3 to the left. Whoops. Like so. Alright, now that little middle bit right above the doorway, we do also want to continue that with the strip of birch. And there we go, guys. So that is the little viewing platform. Well, the wall's done for that. Okay. Off of either side of the wall, the 4th block away from the wall that I told you guys not to build. Instead of using your birch, you want to use just straight stripped oak logs to the top, but you still want these spruce planks on top of it, like so. Okay. Then you want to take those stripped oak logs and you want to bring them down by 1, 2, 3, 4. Same on both sides. As this little viewing section is raised off of the floor of this room. Right, coming to the floor area. Yeah, I guess we could fill in the flooring of the room. Might as well. Fill in the flooring of that little platform. And then where it meets up, do not build it where the, I guess supports, the oak supports are. Instead, take more stripped oak logs, and you want to do them sideways, like so. I know that was probably not a very clear instruction there, but you should have something like that. You want to take your oak fence and just bridge the gap right on top of those stripped oak logs, and that makes your balcony that you can look off, see the ink machine, and so on and so forth. Alright, so far so good. So the way I intend this, the rest of this to go, there should be, I'll get to that. Okay. And then this little bit we never do get to see. So in between, okay, I'm sorry guys. Instead of bringing it down 3 when you're going down, you only want to bring it 2. And that right there is where the flooring actually is. My bad. Whoops. But, we'll get it. Okay. Then in the little gap there, between what you're flooring and the end of this balcony, just fill that in with oak planks. Like so. This room is essentially a lot of just oak. So, well, the walls are. So if you are planning on building this, if you are planning on building this in survival, you just gotta find a lot of oak trees to cut down. Alright, moving on. We're gonna go to the floor of this to create the walls for the giant ink machine room itself. So you want to take, we'll start on the left side here and we'll just work our way the whole way around. Off the left wall, you want to take your oak planks and you want to go left by 3. So 1, 2, 3. And then you want to bring your oak planks up by 4. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. You want to take your stripped oak logs and going sideways, you want to pretty much cover what you just built, like so. And then you want 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 oak planks on top of that, and your spruce planks at the top. And essentially, I believe this bit is just a big barn. Or that's what it was designed after, although I'm unsure. I actually tried to get a cameo from one of the developers on the game. to come into one of these episodes, but I'm not sure if that's gonna happen, as I did not get a response, but hopefully I do. Okay, turning to your left, we're gonna work on this wall now. So, off of the corner we just built, you want to take your oak planks, you want to take 2 to your left, build that up the 4 birch on top of that, and then up to, or not birch, your oak, stripped oak, up 5, and your spruce planks, like so. Okay, now we're going to take our stripped oak logs and pretty much do just a beam straight up to the top. Oh, my battery's just a little low. It's okay though. Alright, you do not want to, one thing, you do not want to do your sideways band, that will go around the whole room, to intersect, to pretty much go through those upward supports. You want the upward supports, and then the bands going across there, if that made any sense. Anyway, take your oak planks, 5 along there, stripped oak log, like so. You want to pretty much do that to the whole length across the room. So off of that, 5 to your left, 1 oak log, 5 oak planks to your left, 1 oak log, and then 3 at the end there. And that creates pretty much that is the entire length of the room. So we're going to fill this in. Okay, we'll make this a lot easier. Okay. Alright, so I hope you guys are enjoying this tutorial so far. Hopefully it hasn't been too difficult. If anything, this part might make a few of you guys scratch your heads. But hopefully, the only real problem I think we're gonna have is with the ink machine, as well as probably the roof, like I said. Now there are spots in this barn where there are gaps with the lighting through the boards, but we will get to that a little bit later. Okay, now turning to your left again, we're going to take, again, oak planks. This is where this is going to change a little bit in the pattern, as there is a big display piece on the back there. Hello! So you want to take your oak planks to your left by 2, 1 stripped oak log. You want to take your oak planks 3, and then we're going to stop there for just a little bit. But you still do want to build this up regularly. About to where you stop. Like so. And I understand, guys, that these tutorials are probably best for not live streams. Instead, they're probably better for videos. But I currently do not have a way of videoing these or recording these. That was, yeah, what I meant there. Hello, everybody coming in the chat there. Alright, now we're going to move to the left side of the room. How has your day been? Pretty good, I woke up, watched some YouTube, now we're doing this, so, pretty good so far. So how have all of you been? I know it's been a while since I've done a little bit of a live stream here, but we will get back into the live streaming way. We are almost done with this first chapter, though. So we will get back to the Rockfire Explosion soon. So pretty much what we did on that side, you pretty much want to mirror on your left side. Okay, yeah, we'll just wait to do the wall details a little bit. Cool. That's pretty cool. Alright, now we're going to take our oak and onto your right side. Off of your beam going down, going to your right by 1, 2, 3. Same. I gotta sneeze. Oh, I tried to cover the mic, but it didn't work. I'm so sorry, guys. Yes, that did hurt. Okay. Building this up. Da-da-da. Thank you. Okay, turning to your right and working on this wall now. 1, 2. To your right. 1 oak log. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 oak log. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 oak log. 2, 3, 4, 4, 5 stripped oak log. 1, 2, 3 at the end there. Now we're just going to build that up there. It might be a little bit easier if you do extend your spruce band around the top of that. As it might make your placing of these a little bit easier. Well, that's cool. Restoration is always a fun bit of work. Not at all. But anyway. Alright. So pretty much it is pretty much a duplicate of the other side of the wall. Again, the only real difference is the details. That we'll do right after we get all the walling in, before we even get the roof. So yeah, we'll get this. We'll get it done. Alright, like so. Then, moving to your right, we're going to 2 off that corner. 1 stripped oak log. And then 3. Well, that's what it should be. Wait, I might have this. Yeah, no, my bad. The back is different on one side than the other. So pretty much the entire... Okay, we're gonna restart that a little bit right there. So pretty much, stripped oak log right off the thing there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that's where your wall is going to stop there. So just build up the walling. You actually connect the 2 sides of the spruce if you guys really, really want to get ahead of the game. You can do that. That's birch. like so. So you guys should have all of this. It should basically look like this by when you guys are done. If not, feel free to pause there and go back in the stream. If you guys need help, let me know. I am here. Alright, so now we're going to take our stripped birch logs. I think it's the only time we're using birch on the walls here. You want to take our birch logs, and right off the sides we just built, you want to place a pillar of, I believe, 8. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Should leave a 2-block gap from the band on the thing. And then right at the top of those, just connect them with a sideways thing like that. Okay, and that's pretty much all the birch, stripped birch logs we're using. So if you guys want to get rid of those, you're more than welcome to. You want to find the middle of this little, it's pretty much a door. This number 1 or 2. This is chapter 1 of the game. I don't know if that was. Take your stripped oak log, find the middle, and you want to bring that down through the middle, like so. Same thing again. You want to find the middle of the door, which should be just under the band. Bring it over like that. How do I feel about that? I have not watched the trailer for that, so I don't know how it looks. I have high hopes for it. I didn't watch the trailer because I kind of don't want to be spoiled on anything by it. I do want to have it come out. I'm going to watch it, and we'll go from there. So I don't know if I'll do a review on it, but it's not really the theme of my channel, but you know. I know you want to take your strip.
We're running down to Pap Zelensky's real quick. We'll be right back.
Okay. Markiplier be like, was that the bite of you? Yeah, really. Anyway, so pretty much inside of this little plus, you also want to do an X shape on top of it. And what I mean by that is place one stripped oak log in the middle corner, like that. So pretty much making a square. When a stripped oak log facing up in the edge corners, like so. And you pretty much want to just bridge the diagonal gaps like so. And that pretty much makes the shape we're looking for. And then in between all that, you want to take your birch planks and just fill in all of that. Like so. And that essentially kind of looks like a barn door a little bit. That's why I say this whole thing is probably what it was, the studio repurposed it into. Now you want to take your stripped oak logs, and we're going to go from the left side here first. On the birch pillar, you want to place your 2 there, then leave a 5-block gap with your oak planks, and then stripped oak log, like so. And that, guys, is all the walling done for this. Now, we're going to do the details on the wall. Or the wall's in here, at least. We're not going to go up to the back here yet. Yeah, yes, it is a bad habit. No offense. Okay, now we're going to start on, again, the left side, as we normally usually do. And you want to find the center square of the wall, so pretty much this one right here. You want to go on the top half of that, and punch out the 3x3 in the middle of the wall, like so. And instead of wood, you want to take out your black concrete and fill that back in with black concrete, like so. And then take out your oak trapdoors. 4th of July is tomorrow. What a nice observation. Pretty much just cover that up with the oak planks, and that's pretty much supposed to be your ventilation, just a vent cover that you do see throughout the studio. And I believe that is all of the wall detailing on that side, honestly. If you take out your oak fences in the corners here, you want to bring that up to just underneath the spruce band in both corners. Like so. That's your left wall done. Moving on to your right wall. It's going to get a little bit more challenging here, as we do have a few more details to build. So you want to go to the side of the wall that is closest to the balcony. You see this little half square. I'm going to move on to the square left of that on the top half. Kind of like how we did on the other side of the wall, just punch out the middle ones like so. Black concrete, and just fill that in with your trapdoors. Another ventilation thing like so. I'm going to get rid of the birch, all the birch. And you guys want to then get out your oak stairs. You should already have oak slabs, and you also want to get some, I don't know what would look better. This is one thing I have not got to test. Get out the orange or yellow frog lights, as this is going to blend with the thing just a little bit more. Now this is not a light like in like the redstone lamps. This is daylight, or supposed to be daylight, peeking through the cracks of the barn. So coming to the top half of this, the left next square, you want to punch out the top row, except for the one on the right, the farthest right. So 1, 2, 3, 4. You also want to go 2 blocks below that and punch out the one on the end there and the one to the right. So it should look like that. Next, you want to take your oak stairs, and in this 2x2 one, you want to place an oak stair facing the balcony, and then one facing the opposite direction. On this top one, oak stair upside down, facing each other, then slabs on the top of that. And you take your frog lights like so. Like that. And that kind of looks like daylight. Another option you guys can use is glowstone, because that doesn't have the light around it or the edges around it. However, the only thing bad with glowstone is all the ridges. So if there are many different things you guys could probably use for this, and you guys, if for this being daylight, you guys can also use the actual daylight, but I feel like it illuminates it a little bit better and more in the style of the. Whoop! I just hit my mic. More in the style of the game by using your like either frog lights or glowstone or artificial lighting. So there's that. Moving to the very end here, the very left upwards corner, the center of that, you want to break out those two blocks there. Again, oak stairs. You guys can either have these sitting down or right side up or upside down. I don't really care. And just cover that in like so. And then take your oak fence and in this back corner, up like that. I believe that's all the wall detailing. Yes, it is. Okay. As you guys can see, this is starting to take shape as some rickety old barn. I guess now we don't have a choice, but to do the, or do, alright, we're gonna get a few more supports in, and then we will get, alright. So you want to take your oak fence, and in the back two corners of the balcony, extend those up to the band. You also want, on either sides of your door frame, you want to bring up some oak fence, one up to the band on the right side and the one on the left just under the band. And I don't know why this is like that, but it is like that. Okay. To the right of your door frame, you want to go one block below the band, knock out 4 like so. Black concrete in like that. You got locked out today. That's always fun. And a little 2x2 vent like so. Same thing on the other side. So hello. Like so. And that's a little bit more of your wall detailing. Might as well get the actual. I did not get a chance to do that yet. I've been quite busy, to say the least. You want to bring out your redstone lamp and lever over on this right side here, or left side if you're walking in the room. It's a block from the band right there. Right there, almost hugging the support. And turn that on like so. Okay, now you want to take your oak fence. This is going to be the fun thing to. You're going to bring up your oak fence on the sides of your balcony railing. Again, up to the band. And on top of those, you want to take your oak planks and join them in the middle with oak slabs on the bottom halves of the blocks. Alright. Like so. We're getting this done. It's just the fact how much detail there is. Now you want to take out some brown concrete, or no, sorry, brown wool. Right color, wrong block. Where did I learn to make this? I built this. This is This is all 100% original of my design on this. So you wanted to go to your left side looking at the balcony. To the right of the support, you want to do 3 like so. Block below that, you want to do the 2 on the right side of that. On the very right block, 1 like that. So you should have this like upside down stair looking thing. 1 more below that and 1 to the left. And then 1 below that in the middle of that. And that just looks like some torn curtaining, which is in the game. I would use banners, but it's hanging off that thing. So you guys can see this is coming together ever so slightly. Guess now we better get the flooring of the actual room done. So we're actually going to start in the back. And this is just so we can do this a little bit better. You want to start your flooring in the center of the room. Again, it should be marked by this plus on the barn door thing. And you want to bring that 2 blocks forward. Actually, 3 blocks forward. And on that 3rd block, you want to place a oak stripped log facing upwards. Then you want to take the... Alright, see ya. Then you want to take your stripped oak log and you want to go to both sides of this by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, but your last one should be facing up. Same thing on both sides, as this is the little pit the ink machine rises out of. You guys may think it looks good now. Wait till we get the roofing one and all the lighting. It'll all look pretty good. Alright, now you want to bring either sides of those forward by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. On the 12th, should be facing up. So same thing on both sides. 12 forward towards the balcony. The 12th block should be facing up. And just join those together in the middle like so. The center block is going to be a redstone lamp, but you don't want to use this center block. You want to use the one in front of that. And then some. How long are we going to be live? The goal was to be live for an hour, but I think we're going to go over that by a little bit, considering the detailing of this. Right now you want to take, now that we've got this pit marked out, you want to fill in your entire flooring with your oak planks. Now this is going to take probably a little bit of time. Now, especially for this room, I'm going to have to get rid of these markers underneath here. Well, I might not have to. Okay. Just want to... Okay. Almost done, guys. We almost got the floor. Oh, looks like I forgot to take the oak fence up in this corner. I guess since I didn't do it to there, I didn't do it to here. I don't know. Oh, come on. There we go. See, it's starting to look a lot pretty good. And do not fill in the center of this hole like I have it with the obsidian. We will be doing something with that in a little bit. Not right now, though. I guess now was as good a time as any to get most of the detail in. For the balcony and all this down here. So we'll just work right to left this time. Switch it up on you guys a little bit. You want to pick out your oak stairs. You want to get a flower pot. Where is it? Ooh, there it is. Flower pot, chests, or a chest, if you guys are on creative mode. You want to get your paintings. What else do we need? Your cauldron. You want to get your stripped, believe it or not, stripped jungle wood. Lever. Item frames. Is that everything? And signs. And that'll start us off with a few of the details just up here. Moving to the right side of your balcony, you want a 3-shelf or a 3-shelf shelf in the corner, like so. On the right side of that, thing on top, like that. I have to replace these markers with okay. Over in this corner right here, on the other side of the wall is the shelf. Up against that support, you want to take your painting, and you pretty much want a little bendy cut out there, whatever you guys use for it. In front of that, facing towards your entrance to the room, a double chest like so, and this is where you get the gear out of. I didn't build the gear, but put the gear in there, but if you guys want to, by all means, go ahead. Alright, now we're going to get the some of your blocks you can get rid of. You want black concrete and some stripped birch logs. And above the opening for the other room, above that in the 3 middle blocks, black concrete other side, birch in the middle, that's an ink pipe, like so. Right above that in the middle there, you want to take a sign. You're not really going to see this sign probably, but you want in all caps the word danger, a crap ton of dashes like so, and then the words keep out, and then the same amount of dashes below it like so. So pretty much exactly like how we have over here with the danger keep out. Who's my favorite YouTuber growing up? Ooh, that's a tough one. I quite enjoyed... Oh, that is a tough one. I might have to get back to you on that one. But I'm gonna have to give some thought on that one. Okay, It's good like so. Now up against your balcony on your right side of the room, up against the right wall or left wall, or technically left wall if you're actually on the balcony, it's a right wall. You want to find the wall up against the railing as well. Skip a block, and you want to put 3 things of jungle logs or jungle wood like so, stripped, one on top of the one on the left, very left, and a cauldron right beside that. I do need to replace that with oak like so, cauldron like that. Now, the 2 that are just the 1 block tall, item frames on both, and a lever on the one that is 2 blocks high. And this is essentially the dry cells and the lever that you pull to bring the ink machine up from the hole in the middle there. Okay, now we're going to do we're going to do the details. We're going to do the details that are in the room. That are actually in the room. Hello, everybody. A lot of familiar faces there. You want to grab barrels this time. We're going to start on the right side of the room. Same thing, black concrete, stripped birch logs. And believe it or not, jungle planks you want to grab. That's one of the only times we will be using jungle wood in this tutorial. Alright, going to the up against the wall pretty much. You want to take your stripped birch logs, 3 blocks off the ground. It's the oak support against the wall, and then you want to go 2 blocks to your left. Favorite movie or show? That's another tough one. You want to place a stripped birch log coming towards you, black concrete on top of that, black concrete below that, black concrete, and stripped birch log below that. And that just looks like a little ink pipe jutting out of the wall there and going into the floor. I think it's, okay, 2 blocks. Okay, where that pipe hits the ground, you want to go 3 blocks to your left on the 4th block, barrel facing up, and diagonal up and right to that, another barrel facing up like so. And I don't know if you can change, okay, no you can't. Okay, we got all that. In there. The barrel that we started off with there, 5 blocks. So it should line up with, to the left there, it should line up with the oak support coming out of the wall. Then against this back wall here, up against this back wall, to the right up against the support, don't cover the support, to the left of the support along the back wall, 3 like that, out of your jungle wood, and 3 in front of that, and you pretty much want to make that 3 blocks high. And that's a little box like so. Going to the light in front of the pit in the middle of the room. I'm going to go 3 blocks to your right of that. 1 block in front, and you pretty much want to do a 2x2 barrel assortment. This is only 1 barrel in the game, but we don't have giant barrels here, so there we go. You guys can see this is coming together. We're going to move to the left side of the room now. One moment, guys. I'm going to see if... Yes, okay. So you want to get out... Now this set has a few more props, so we're going to get out our stripped oak logs, stripped birch logs, oak planks, the black concrete. Yeah, I have all that. You want either dark oak or spruce slabs. I'm going to use dark oak as I think it's going to stand out a little bit more. Some item frames, signs, oak stairs, wherever they are, and we use, yeah, oak slabs. And then we'll gradually make our way. Okay, going to the front of the room of the pit again. Going back to your light. You're going to want 1 block forward from that light and 5 blocks to your left. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You want a stripped oak log standing up like that. 1 to the right of that, or left of that, like so. And when I meant 5 to the left, do not include this center block. And then on top of that, you want some oak slabs, 1 jutting out to either side of that. Item frames on the middle of that there. Your dark oak planks in there, and then signs. Oh, can I not do that? Oh. Oh, crap. Okay. So that takes out one of my favorite looking props in this game. Pretty much what I was going to do was going to put, whoops, signs over top of these item frames, but it seems I'm unable to do that anymore. It kind of stinks, but if you guys can do it, by all means, go ahead. And it just looks like drawers. Huh, I did not know I couldn't do that. That ink pipe we have over there, same place on the wall across from the room. You guys remember how to build that? Yeah, 1 strip birch coming out of the wall, 2 down from that, and a birch, like so. We might be going a lot longer than what I originally anticipated. Not necessarily a bad thing, but it's just taking a lot longer. The part that comes out of the ground for the pipe along your wall, I'm going to go 2, gap 2 on your 3rd block, 3 stripped oak logs on top of each other like so. You want a 3-block gap in between those, and then another stripped birch, or stripped oak log. And filling in the center of that, you want stripped oak to the sides, and then on the actual sides connecting with the wall, some more stripped oak like so. Jutting out from the center at the front there. You want 3 birch logs actually jutting out. And these are supposed to be gears going, but I didn't really have a good way of building those. Okay, now I'm going to grab, you also wanted to grab barrels and a flower pot. I'm going to do that over the sign since, we can't have the sign prop anymore, which is a tad unfortunate. 1 block gap from the thing. Second, your leg is stuck. Oh boy. Barrel facing up. 1 to the left, right of that. 1 in front of that. 1 to the left. So 2 by 2 pretty much. On the barrel that is closest to the back wall and the side wall, so pretty much this right upper right corner one, you want a flower pot on top of that. And diagonal upright from that, you want I think it's another, it's a 4 tall shelf, so 2, 3, 4. And this one is 3 blocks long, or wide, so it should end up looking like that. Might blend in a little bit, so if you guys want to use something else, I'm just going to what's closest to the game, in my opinion. And then you want to take off of the right hand side of that shelf 2 blocks away, 1 block in front, barrel facing up. Alright, that's all the details in there. Alright, and I think now we're going to tackle the fun bit, which is the roof. The roof of this monstrosity. Cat ran away. Oh, yeah, that usually happens. That usually happens. Okay, so we're going to start over here. Pretty much all you're going to want is your stripped. We're going to start with just the stripped oak logs. So going up to the band of the thing, the band of the spruce, a block above that, you want to place, pretty much you want to place an oak on both sides, a stripped oak log facing up on top of the band. These are just placeholder blocks so we know where we are going. We know what we're doing. You also want one on top of these ones that are right by the balcony. Like so. Okay, these ones that are right by the balcony, and you just put the placeholder 4. You want to take a line of stripped oak. You want to bring that the whole length of the room on both sides. Pretty much what we're doing to one side, we're mirroring to the other. Except I think one part of the ceiling on the okay, no, maybe I'm just dumb. Yeah, I just remembered it wrong. Okay. We're going to start on the, it doesn't matter which side you guys do. Both sides are going to be equal. Off of these placeholders we put on the sides of the room, we want to bring those two to connect those up with the supports, like so, and then two more over. That makes any, and then two. So pretty much it's going to look like a giant plus shape. Like so. Okay. Diagonal up from, and pretty much on the last ones we're going to put placeholder blocks. Top of there. Facing up. You guys aren't going to see this anyway, so you guys could really use whatever block you want. I'm just going to stick with the wood theme. And pretty much you want to do another two towards the center, coming off of those placeholder blocks. Like so. And then pretty much you want to take a beam, kind of like how we did down there. You want to bring a beam coming off of those two that we just placed, the whole length of the room. Like so. So you guys can kind of see the pattern we're going with. Then off of these, you want to do one more coming towards the center, like so. Then place placeholder blocks on top of the ones we just put. Again, if you guys do need any help with this, let me know. That's what I'm here for. I'm like customer support, but a lot less frustrating. PAC 2023. Somebody quote that. That's going to be my presidential campaign or something. Okay. Now coming off that, those placeholders we just built, just one off of there. That should leave one block gap in the middle there. And we're just going to take that one block gap in the middle and run it the entire length of the build. Of the room, I should say. And that, my viewers, is the, well, the basic shapes of the roof done. Like so. And the only reason we're building the roof now, when we didn't get all the props in yet, is because if you guys have played the game, you do have the chains hanging from the ceiling that are holding the ink machine up. So essentially I'm trying to get the chains in, or the roof in, so then I can get a good place for the chains. Alright, coming to, I think, either side of the, yeah, both sides of the room. Well, coming to the side, let's go to the barn door side of the room first. I'm going to get your frog lights out again, or whatever you're using for your light. You also want to grab some acacia trapdoors. And in the center, 3 blocks, it's pretty much like that, connecting up to your ceiling. Acacia trapdoors on it, like on this front one, like so. And there's one in the back, however, that one does not have any light. So you want to take your black concrete, Pretty much your same thing with your acacia trapdoors. Like so. And then you want to take out some stripped stripped birch logs. I know we're over time, but we'll be good. Your entire length of your band, you want plank or birch logs on there, and then on your second one, just connecting up with your things. And this will create the illusion that, well, it really does just create the upper wall there. Like so. You guys can see the how this is or what this looks like. Actually, this looks pretty cool on the inside. And now you want to get your oak planks and oak slabs. This is where this is going to get a little messy with the way this is being built. Just bear with me and we'll get through this. Alright. On either side of the central beam, well, not what I meant to do. You want to take your oak planks, and this is in the very center of the room. Oak planks, and run that only on one block layer on both sides of the central beam there. So, if you guys get what I'm saying. If not, that's what it's supposed to look like. Okay. We're going to move inside the build for just a moment. On the upper half of the block that the next beam is on, this is on both sides, by the way, you want to place ones on the upper half of that block, like so. So you see that is... Okay, the next two blocks coming off of that. Actually, you could do that to both sides. I'm going to do that to both sides just to save us a little bit of time. And to make sure I'm building that this is being built symmetrically. Okay, the next two blocks off of this support, this next support, are just oak planks. Just regular old oak. And essentially what we're trying to do here is get the curvature of the roof correct. As this does slope down like a barn. So I don't know if that's what this room is intentionally supposed to represent, but that's what I see it as. So, is it a barn? Probably. Did they ever answer this in the game? No. Alright, your next two blocks after that are your oak slabs on the top halves of these blocks. Like so. The original, on the Wii U version, I built this originally to copy it over to the tutorial. I originally built the entire roof out of slabs. Oh, and then over here. Actually, yeah, you could probably extend that one beam to reach the edge of the room there. It's gonna make our life easier. So the way I built this originally, out of all slabs, I because I didn't use blocks, there is a lot of light peeking through the roof of this room, and it essentially it does ruin the ambiance a little bit that I was trying to go for when building this. But we'll fix that. And then for your last ones, you just want to take your oak planks like so and just fill in the roof. In fact, these should not be up the whole way. I don't know why that one was. Okay. Like so. And we're just going to do the same thing. And hopefully not too much of the light is coming through. Now we've locked ourselves out of that room. See, it is quite the bright room there. I think the slabs aren't being overtaken by as much of the light. But just in case, everything that we did place as slabs, place a block over. And this will cancel out most of, if not all of the light, pesky light that likes to go down through these slabs. And that should only increase the ambiance of this. Like, there's no sign of the outside world. Like, this is all just cartoon looking. I'm glad Minecraft let me handle that ambiance. That this is just a cartoon. This pretty much is all just a cartoon. And you guys can see that really picked up the whole ambiance of the room. It just canceled out most of the light. Alright. What else can we do? I don't really want to build the ink machine yet. Oh, and then right here, you want slabs connecting this to the ceiling there. Now, we're not going to build the ink machine yet, or any of... I think we're going to end this here. We're not going to build the ink machine or any of the chains yet. We might save that for an episode where... Maybe next episode when I'm building the halls, if we have extra time. I will be more than happy to build the ink machine then, or I might just give it its own standout episode. Reason being is there are a lot of places you can build this ink machine. You can... Pretty much this is all one linear map. So this pit right here, Chapter 2 is connected to it. The little chase scene at the end. Chapter 3 is right below that. The chasm in Chapter 4, where we can walk around the ink machine going down. And the thing, not the thing, and the giant ink machine room in Chapter 5. It's all going to be right below this. So wherever this is, you guys better be ready to build down through here. Now, the ambiance isn't going to look as good for you guys, maybe, if you guys did not fill in that hole. But that's okay. I'm going to leave it unfilled as well. You guys should only have one layer, block layer. there we go. Just to give you guys a little bit more, so you guys can see this a little bit better. If you guys are really feeling frisky, for lack of a better term, you want to basically line the underside of that oak with one layer of black concrete. Like so. Like so. And that will, by the time we're done with it, that'll just be one black tube going down through there. Alright, and we're an hour and 30 into this. Yeah, I guess I should show you guys the chains throughout the room. However, I'm not going to connect the ink machine up to those quite yet. Alright, so we're going to go up to the only blocks we're going to need for this is black concrete, so now get rid of that. You guys can use actual chains or iron bars. It doesn't matter to me. I'm going to use actual chains, but you guys can use whatever you guys want here. The iron bars might be a little bit easier to see. That's the only, it's going to be your only perk there, but the chains do look probably a lot better. And you also want some spruce trapdoors. Okay, going up to the ceiling. I'm not going to give very good verbal instructions here, but just follow what I'm doing, guys. Okay, you guys see where we are? Just because my explaining, you want to replace that block with your black concrete. Chain in the middle of that. Then you're going to want to take your spruce trapdoors and one on either side of that. And just extend this down to the floor. Whoops. And you guys can see that's just a little chain link thing there. Okay, so far so good. This is where it's going to get a lot more complicated. That is chapter 3's area. This is chapter 2's area. Oh, there's also an ink pipe on the ceiling I missed, so you also do want to grab your strip birch logs. Okay. All this is pretty much right above this pit. So, we're going to go to this side, center of the pit. Should be the center at least. On either side. 3-block gap in the middle there. Huh? Oh, another reason you do want to put some oak. Okay, and then just cover around the chains there. I am uh, kind of rushing to get this done now. Okay, and these chains, you want to have a 5 long chain. So 1 in the thing there, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then you do not want to touch it after that 5th one. And that's essentially what the ink machine hangs off of. That is, if you want to build the ink machine up here, or if you guys want to build your ink machine uh, down in the studio, it's totally up to you. But I will show you guys, I'll only show you guys where to build it twice. That is up here and down in the giant ink machine room. Okay, right across from that. Chain there, chain there. Again, another 5 blocks down. Well, yeah. 1. I should say a 5 block long chain. Like so. Okay. Did I build these in the wrong spot? I think I did. Oh, these! Oh, these are not even with that. So, scrap the last 2 chains I told you guys to build. And instead you want to build those a block closer to the center. And I believe these are instead going to be 6 long chains. Instead of the 5 long chain. Whoops, I just flipped a thing. Alright, like so. And then, instead of 5, it's 6, but... Okay. Then, there's 4 more chains, technically, we have to build. one closer to the back wall and one closer to the front. One, two, right there. We're gonna do one there and one there. And these chains can pretty much go the entire I know it's a little weird there, but it almost looks perfect. Pretty much these chains are going to go the whole way, no matter if you decide to build your ink machine. Yeah, no matter if you decide to build your ink machine up here or down in the depths of the studio. These side chains over here are going the entire way down. So we've got 1, 2, 3. Should be the same. So, now that we have all this built, so yeah, no matter whether you guys have your ink machine up on the Chapter 1 level of the game, of the map, or if you have your ink machine down in the Chapter 5 part of the map, these side chains right here will be going to the very bottom no matter what. Your only difference, these four chains up here that I said only to build 5 or 6 blocks long. If you do want the ink machine down in the giant ink machine room, you're going to want these to go to the whole way down to the bottom. But if you want the ink machine up here, like I'm going to have it, you're going to want them up here. Alright, I think that's all that is all I have time for in this episode. Oh, I did forget the ink pipe on the ceiling. I just broke part of that curtain. Actually, yeah, I better replace that. And again, you guys, if you guys have any better way to build any of these things, like the gear thing there, but if you guys have any better way to build, or if you guys think that you guys can build this better, by all means, go ahead. Do your own design. Take a picture of it. I think I'm going to do a thing where you guys can email me the pictures you took of your own designs in the map, and when we're done with the chapter or the map, you guys can send me the picture of what you took. And I will edit them all into a slideshow at the end of the chapter or at the end of the tutorial. So that, everybody, is going to be it for this episode. I would do a little flyby, but we are I do need to go. So you guys can see. I'll just show you the outside of this room. The, the blue should not be down there, but it is for me because that's what I mapped this out with. And we'll do a little flyby of what we just built. So I'll shut up as we do our flyby. Alright, everybody. So I do hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time for the rest of the hallways of this chapter, which honestly should take less time, or should be less of a headache than what that was. But we've got all that coming in next episode, all of this, and all of that. So can't wait to do it, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye bye.